Welcome to My Pajero Sport. Today's video is about doing a temporary puncture repair on your tyre. Not just applicable to Pajeros, but to almost any car you want that has a tubeless tyre. Let's have a look, see what's going on. So last Saturday I went out four-wheel driving in the Narooma area on the south coast of New South Wales. And I always get the pronunciation wrong, the Wadbilliga track. I'll show you a quick map where it is. Anyway, we did the track. We then did the approximately 130 or 140 kilometres worth of rural dirt roads on the way back. So all up, we were probably on dirt roads for around about, I don't know, 200 kilometres, I guess. And everything seemed okay. And then we went out that night for dinner and came out in our fancy clothes and discovered that the front left-hand tyre was dead flat, and the reason was pretty obvious because you can see right there is what I would say is probably a sharp rock has gone through it and punctured it. So anyway, we did a quick tyre change in the car park with my trusted assistant, my partner, who was an excellent helper. And then I regretted not transferring all the repair gear out of my other car into the Pajero. And so the next day, as insurance, we popped into a Super Cheap Auto, who aren't a sponsor. And I bought this tyre repair kit as an insurance policy, I guess you'd call it. And it's not too bad. It was $29, reduced from $39. There wasn't a lot of choice because there's a lot of stock shortages in Australia at the moment because we make everything in China. But it was, what do we got here? Ridge Rider tyre repair kit. 43 pieces in there. Many of those pieces are made up of the actual temporary tyre plug. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'll just a few comments on temporary plugs. These are great when you're out and about on the track. They'll get you home. When I worked in the tyre industry some 35 years ago, we used these all the time, but they were made illegal as a permanent plug, and I thoroughly recommend that if you do use one of these temporary plugs, that you go and get it repaired properly at a decent tyre place. They will put in a mushroom plug from the inside, and while they're doing that, they will inspect the inside of the tyre to make sure that there's no damage on the inside. Make sure that the projectile that has gone into your tyre hasn't also broken some of the cords within the tyre, etc., etc. So without further ado, let's have a look and see how we do these plugs. So what you need to do to start with is get yourself all prepared, and the plugs in this are enormously long, twice the length of the plugs that I usually buy. So I've cut that one in half. And you just kind of squeeze the end a bit and you feed it in through this needle. Now it is a needle. And you just got to kind of squish it and force it, squish it and force it, squish it and force it. Then when you get it through far enough, grab it, pull it through to about halfway along its length. So a little bit more, there we go. There's a little slot just there, and what happens is you push it in through the tyre hole and then you actually extract it out and the plug slips out through that slot. Now in order to make it easier to push it through the tyre hole, they provide a little bit of lubricant, which looks like petroleum jelly to me. Put a little bit on the tip, always a good bit of advice for life. That's too much. You also get, to start with, a reamer, and the reamer, it also is much easier to just lubricate it up a bit, just like that. So let's go back to the tyre. I think that's everything that we need. Here's our hole. I've pumped the tyre back up again because I find it easier to put the reamer in when there's actual pressure in the tyre and giving the tyre a bit of strength. So, and you got to just kind of, I don't know, give it 20 or 30 of these, and this is a big hole, this one, so hopefully it'll work. So we do that, get the plug. Come down. I like to come down until those tips are just sticking out a little bit. And man, I don't think this one's going to work. Oh, wait on. Could be lucky. No, still leaking. Let's get another one in there, or a doubler, maybe. So here we are with another one. I'm going to try and slip it down in beside it. If that doesn't work and it actually pushes this one through at the same time, then the other thing you can do is actually double over the plug and put two plugs in there at the same time. And that sometimes fills up the big holes too. So away we go. This little thing here, that's to help you kind of grab on a bit, but also you push that down so that when you're extracting the needle, it doesn't pull the plug out with the needle. It actually holds the plug in the hole. So hold it down with one hand, grab it with the other. Done. So there's that. It's pretty disgusting looking. And the best thing to do now, what you should do is just kind of try and cut them off flush, and it's easiest with a knife, but I'm going to use my 40-year-old Barco side cutters. On the same day, I got a puncture. One of my kids got a puncture in their car, and here's a video of that just to show how it's done again. So that's the end result. It's not pretty, but it is functional. You try and trim them up as close as you can, but that's a big hole, and all my cutting implements at the moment seem to be quite blunt, or it's a testament to the resilience of these plugs. This tyre is down to 4.5 mil. I usually change them at around about the 2.5 mil mark, maybe 2 mil at the very, very worst. It's going in as the spare, and probably in a few months' time I'll be getting new tyres, and this one will be going to the scrap heap. I hope you enjoyed that video on temporary repairs to your tyre, and thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you liked it, hit the subscribe button, feel free to leave a comment, and that can even be a negative comment, because I'm sure there will be some. There's a million ways to skin these cats, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much. Bye.